Joe, Zoe Saldana commands everything from a distant forward operating post in Syria. While Bobby, Jill Wagner and Two Cups, James Jordan keep their rifle sights trained on an element of insurgent fighters massing on their perimeter, and Tucker, LaMonica Garrett keeps her .50 ready. Joe is in cell phone contact with her asset, who is embedded nearby in a heavily defended ISIS compound. There is a problem. Her cover has been revealed, and she needs transportation out of there, which is first not regarded as an issue.
Alabama 2-7 with guns only on target from the overhead, marked by yellow smoke.
As the threat outside their fence escalates and Bobby and Two Cups engage, Joe orders an A-10 Warthog airstrike, allowing her squad to board their choppers and fly to the compound. Joe has options even if her asset is brought into the light and thoroughly compromised. "I'll never say no," Bobby says over radio. The crew will battle until their master orders them to stop. However, the opportunities have passed. Joe summons a Reaper drone to defend the remainder of her people and the integrity of this clandestine CIA operation once her asset is destroyed.
Cleared hot.
And the UAV launches a missile at the compound as her operator remains inside. Cruz Manuelos, Laysla de Oliviera works in a burger restaurant in a small town 4 years before the events of the opening scene. She returns home after her shift to her lover, who is emotionally and physically violent to her, hitting her in the eye when she rebuffs him. This is the final straw for Cruz, who attempts to flee the next morning by striking her partner in the face with a frying pan. Unfortunately, he pursues her. Cruz is only able to break away from her lover when she enters a Marine Corps recruitment center and a Marine stands up to him. Cruz, knowing he would continue to pursue her and motivated by the Marine who saved her, chooses to enroll.
Not gonna get any cleaner.
They here for you?
He's saying you assaulted him.
What about tonight?
In the park. They aren't good.
Cruz immediately demonstrates that she is both incredibly intelligent and physically gifted throughout training, outperforming many of the guys in the program. She meets with an officer, who tells her she has the potential to be a soldier who makes a real difference.
Fucking call me sir! Stand straight. The fucking beach! There's no stopping you.
Sent on her ASVAB score?
She got 99.
I want to talk to her. Your test scores are unusual. Most men don't. 22 pull-ups.
100 in high school, sir.
All the things that these tests say you shouldn't.
You're hated the world.
So no family. What does the word Marine mean to you? Why are you here?
Push through these doors and...
You're the strong. We protect the weak. The duty personnel in the armed forces. I think you could be one of those few.
We return to the present, where Joe is being updated on what happened to her asset. She meets with Donald Westfield, Michael Kelly, a CIA official, and her immediate boss, Kaitlyn Meade, Nicole Kidman. Westfield interrogates Joe over not knowing her asset had a tattoo, telling her that the next time she should inspect every inch of anybody she intends to utilize as part of the program. Kaitlyn tries to convince Joe that she can't assist the asset who lied to her, but Joe is clearly taken aback.
I've never seen you try. Whatever you put in it, and I put Chief in it. Achieved your goal.
Joe takes advantage of his return to the United States to visit his family, but it immediately becomes evident that things are complex with her family. Kate, Hannah Love Lanier, her eldest daughter, informs her father Neil, Dave Annabelle, that she despises having Joe around. While speaking with Joe, Neil tells her that it is preferable if she phones first so that he can inform her on what has been going on with the girls. It's not just Joe's connection with her girls that is strange. She and Neil both briefly discuss whether or not they are dating. Neil confesses he is, but just to maintain some human contact while Joe is away.
Father Syria keeps up with it good.
Did a tour in Afghanistan?
She's a fucking gangster.
She's a fucking...
She's been in insertion training for 6 years out.
Joe doesn't seem troubled by this, and it's evident that the two of them still love one another despite their unconventional relationship situation. Joe's stay at home will not last long, since she will soon be recruiting another Lioness.
I'm not an officer. I'm not done letting you yet. Lioness team was first formed in his hand over some Muslim. What we do now is locate targets. Leads us to the target.
I think if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. No, ma'am.
Prove it.
She instantly points her finger in the direction of Cruz. Joe believes she can more than hold her own in a battle against a male soldier. Then, when she interviews Cruz, and has her stripped down to check for tattoos, she clearly admires Cruz's passion and resilience. She informs her that she has been accepted into the program.
Is the target. Who's my mark? Where can you spend in Baghdad? You know Mary?
That's our relationship.
And turn the fucking plane around. I'd like to know the person responsible.
Alone, there is no saving you. You can trust me to do that.
On the journey to Kuwait, Joe informs Cruz that it will be his responsibility to approach a lady named Oliviera, Stephanie Noor, who is tied to a high-value target whose location is unknown. She also meets the rest of Joe's squad, which includes Randy, Austin Hebert, Tex, Jonah Wharton, and Tucker, LaMonica Garrett, in addition to Bobby and Two Cups.
That over there is
Why 2 cups?
2 cups of something. You need to
Know where to sit.
Scared he looks like Matt Dillon.
So your name's Cruz, huh?
When do we start?
his family keeps a question. You're here.
I don't trust.
We wake up when we feel like it.
Here we go.
I'm a fucking Marine.
She cheats at cards.
Cruz is welcomed by the squad after some ball-busting and beverages. Joe wakes Cruz up the next morning and tells her she needs to get moving so she can begin her quest and meet Oliviera while she is shopping. Cruz is confused as she attempts to recall the specifics of her given background, while also suffering from a hangover. When Cruz finally meets Oliviera, she is asked to continue shopping with her.
Sorry. Yeah.
A woman can buy just to be given to you. You have family here? Here to find a husband. Can girls in makeup. And to Estelada. It's across the street. What's your name?
Zara.
Yalla, this will be fun.
Joe, who is observing from a distance, says that Cruz has arrived. She is in.